This is Cole Whitt, drives the number 88 Hendrick.com, HendrickCars.com Chevrolet this weekend for Junior Motorsports. So I don't know. A lot of people wanted me to ask, what happened after Daytona? Did you guys have to have a sit down with teammates and just be like, okay, hey, look, that's Daytona. We're just racing. Like, how does that work? How does that happen when you have a teammate, including her?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's like the worst thing I probably could have done. Unfortunately, it wasn't like anything intentional. I mean, you're trying to help a teammate more than anything, and unfortunately, something like that happens. And I felt terrible, felt bad for the team. Really got me down through the race. Which was talk about emotional roller coaster of a race, where trying to work to the front, crash my teammate, feel bad about that. Now I got to try to come through for my team, and try to help with Dale Jr. and he got in a couple wrecks, so couldn't hook up with him. So it was just, that race was a huge learning curve for me. And, I look forward to going to Talladega, but I don't know if I'm going to necessarily push Danica anytime soon.
But it's like I said, it's just one of those races. You guys are going so fast. Even the slightest mile per hour less, you have zero reaction time. Those things happen, and I'm sure it's just the nature of the beast when it comes to Daytona.
Yeah, and and that's part of being a rookie. A lot of guys, you just got to learn when to push and when not to push. And being a rookie, I didn't know when to push, and unfortunately, I chose the wrong moment. So, it sucks because as a team, we want everyone to run good under our team banner and make our whole team look good. And we worked things out after the race, went and talked with her, apologized for whatever it's worth, and we've been able to move on, and we've been able to talk and even work together here. Yesterday we were talking in the trailers, trying to get our stuff better. So, it's look forward to a good season working with the team, but it definitely wasn't the way I wanted to start things off.
Right on. Now let's talk about this weekend. How's the car this weekend? Did you guys qualify, or do you qualify?
Yeah, we already went. We ended up, I think we're 14th. Dale is, I think, 16th, and Danica's around 25th, I think. So we got a little work to do, but, our team's set up for some racing, and we're ready to make it happen once the green flag comes out.
When it comes to racing, does Bristol fit your style? I heard your teammate the other day talking about certain tracks fit the style of the driver, some tracks don't. You might just... So does this track fit your style, or are you still trying to really figure this track out?
I'm definitely still trying to figure this track out. A lot of people would think that this place would fit my driving style because I do really good on a track where you can really push hard and just get after it and really attack the racetrack. And a lot of people think that Bristol's like that, but really you got to actually back your corners up and make sure you get good runs off the corners. And, that's part of the Nationwide Series with our restricted plate motors. We really got to be smooth, and the field's so tight. I mean, I think the whole field's within like 3/10 of each other, so it's pretty wild. And that's going to make for some really close racing. And, I mean, anywhere where we can go that's fast and wide open is usually more my style. So I'm still working on it, but hopefully I got 300 laps to figure it out.
Right. It sounds like almost like you're saying, some people might find this as weird, is you got to slow down to go fast.
Yeah, that's exactly it. And it is the hardest thing to figure out, and the hardest thing to do as a driver is to back your corners up, lift earlier, get back to the gas sooner. It's just so strange to think about lifting more to be able to go faster.
Right. Okay. What's your goal for this year in the NASCAR Nationwide Series? Have you guys as a team set? Okay, if we get this, we're gonna feel like we've accomplished a lot. Of course, I know a championship be awesome, and you're certainly in the hunt, and you guys are doing great. But did you guys set a realistic baseline for this season?
Not really. I mean, we're just like any other race team. We want to go out, win races, run up front. Win a championship would be awesome, but I think more than anything, we want to win races. So, we haven't quite been there and put ourselves in the opportunity yet to do that. Vegas, we got pretty close, got in the top 3 there for a while, and just couldn't quite close the race out. So, we just got to work on, I think we run the beginning of the race really well, just need to work on closing our races out, maybe even work on our qualifying stuff a little bit. So, but, that's part of being part of a young driver, a rookie in the Nationwide Series. There's so many young kids coming up through this series. It's pretty cool. And, that's part of learning experience. So as we get through this season, we should get better at everything that we got going on, and hopefully just get those wins.
Right. When you're talking about learning and experience, I think I read on NASCAR.com, like Austin Dillon, one of your friends. Now, obviously, Austin's rookie, too. Is there somebody that you go to Is there someone, it may be Junior or somebody, is there another driver that you go to say, okay, hey, how do I get around this place?
Yeah, you know, Dale's actually a great mentor for me. You know, he's been able to help me out a lot through this year. He helped me out a lot at Daytona. Also at Vegas, he did a big, sat me down, we talked, and, you know, I just told him, you know, I'm really struggling with the entry of these corners, can't figure out how to, you know, kind of where I need to be. And, you know, we talked about it, and we raced awesome after that, you know, so he can really give some great advice, and it's hard to find time with him. He's so busy, but when I get those chances to talk with him, it always seems to be really beneficial.
Right. Okay, one more question before you leave, non-racing related. Do you have a pick? This guy wanted to know if you have a March Madness pick.
I know everybody's been watching that, and it's been wild, and at least yesterday there were some upsets, so I'm pretty happy with that. Honestly, I don't really have a pick. I can say I'm sorry for anyone who's a fan, but I'm glad Duke's out of it, because my friend watches Duke at my house all the time, and I hate watching.
Have you ever heard of Lehigh? Have you ever heard of Lehigh?
Yeah, that was awesome. That's the first game I watched.
I've never heard of that team ever before. Like Lehigh, like who? What?
How cool was that though?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
And they gave them a run for their money. It wasn't like a fluke thing. I mean, they beat on them.
Yeah, and they held on. You know, Duke tried to come back, and that was cool. I was pretty happy to see that, and sorry for my friend, but happy for me.
Well, hopefully you can do some beating and banging today and get that number 88 up front. Everybody, let's give it up for Cole Whitt.